Several people have asked me, how do I cope with Ed? I'm trying to do all these things that you're talking about. I'm trying to be real. I'm trying to be authentic. I'm trying to be congruent. So if I'm feeling yucky on the inside, I want to let people know that I'm yucky on the outside. If I'm feeling insecure on the inside, I don't need to pretend and smile and pretend that everything's happy. I'm trying to be transparent, but it's really making my life difficult because I still feel very uncomfortable. I'm still really scared. I don't know how to cope with Ed. He's still really loud in my head. I don't know what to do. So we want to talk some more about coping skills. One of the coping skills that is extremely helpful, and Carolyn Costin has done a lot of research about this as well, and she's worked with eating disorders for 30 some odd years. She says that the number one thing that shows up when people come back and say that they're still in recovery, they're still doing well, they're thriving, the number one thing they do is journaling. Why do we journal? It's the importance of the journaling is to get the stuff, I'm going to be nice here, get the stuff that sits inside of you out. We've got to get it out somehow. We talk deep breathing, listen to music, we talk about walking, we talk about all these things, and we'll probably do a video about several of them. But the journaling for me was very healing. It was a chance for me to take all the nonsense in my head and start getting it out. It didn't always make sense. I've recently reread through journal entries, and sometimes it's like, okay, but where are you going with this thought process? Are you gonna bring it back to what you were talking about before, or is this just gonna go on some tangent? When I was writing those journal entries, that wasn't the point. The point was to write. The point was to get stuff out. The point was to, when thoughts came, I jotted it down. And it really did help a lot because finally they were outside, and I didn't have to keep them inside anymore. It's not that other people get to read your journal, you know, and I do want to respect those of you who have had that boundary crossed and felt violated by people reading your journal. But the point is to get it out. Again, just purging it out, if you will, to use that phrase in the right term. We're trying to get stuff out, and instead of stuffing it down. We want to be real. We want to be authentic. You don't have to tell your best friend, hey, today I was really triggered about the time when X, Y, and Z happened. But you can tell yourself and stop pretending to yourself by your journal writing. One thing that I've chosen to do that's helpful for me is blogging. It doesn't have to be for you. When I get into a certain space in my head where my head gets going and I can't seem to get out and feel, I blog. And I blog a lot. And friends have shared with me that they really appreciate my blog because it helps them get out of their issues. But that's not my purpose in blogging. My purpose in blogging is to try and get back to feeling. So again, I turn on some music that I really like, that helps me to feel grounded, helps me to feel at peace. It's somewhat positive, but it's slow music, and it really helps me to think well. So you can choose the kind of music you choose to listen to. It's up to you. But just starting to, whatever comes out, and you're not going to edit it, and it's not going to be perfect. It's just whatever comes out. That's the best, probably the best remedy I can think of. It's not about perfection. This isn't about changing other people's lives. This is about getting stuff out. So I'd encourage you to journal and let us know, again, post on the bottom of this of what it's been like for you to journal about your life and how it helps you, how it changes the feelings that you feel, maybe reduces your anxiety levels. Please share with us on our YouTube channel.